How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Full Time Reaction. A nice little wrap up to the Christmas weekend. Ori, smiling, yeah? All good?
I'm smiling, man. It's all good. It's all good.
Nice performance, nice result,
Very good
clean
performance.
sheet, 5 goals.
5 goals, and I have to say that result, that scoreline did not flatter Arsenal in the slightest.
No, not one bit.
They was in complete control from minute 1 through to 90, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it was something like 16 attempts on goal to their 4.
Yep.
That tells its own story, man. I mean, yeah, dominant, very dominant.
Dominant, 60+% possession throughout the game.
There you go, man.
It was a worry that this game comes just 45 hours or 46 hours before the Wolves game. But I think that performance today and the lack of performance from Norwich, did you see that as much of a grueling affair? Do you think they...
Nah, not at all, man. No, I don't think... You know what, as well, I have to say, and I don't want to sound disrespectful to Norwich, but do you really think we got out of second or third gear today?
No.
We did,
But remember at the start of the game, Laurie, yeah? When listen, not necessarily dismiss Norwich, but I said we should be sorting Norwich out.
Yeah, you did. You made it clear that you expected no less than a win and that they were bottom of the table and you wanted Arsenal to go in there and do a job. And to be fair to you, that's exactly what they did. I was sounding a note of caution.
Yeah.
Because me being an Arsenal fan and having watched the team for many, many years, I've seen games where we've gone into games like this and we've been a bit complacent, a bit overconfident, a bit lackadaisical, and then before you know it, you've got a struggle on your hands. So I was calling for today professionalism, concentration, due diligence, all of those things, and they did that. So fair play to the manager as well, because he obviously instilled that message into them. And they went out there and did it, man. So yeah. That
leads me. What you just said leads me on to the next question. And we've got one chat here saying the lads are finally clicking. Something we all love to see. Merry Christmas, Gunners. And on that note, I remember Arteta said, I think the latter half of last season, that one day this project's going to go bang, and you're going to understand and you're going to see the results. Do you think that this is what he's talking about, or do you think that's still yet to come?
I think it's early days yet. Ask me that question after the City game and I'll be in a better position to tell you.
What do you expect from the City game?
A good performance. Listen, I'm not going to go on the record now and say we'll beat them.
Yeah.
But if we can be competitive and we can get a result, then I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Super chat from Funkmaster says, we need to stop talking about selling Oba and worry about retaining Laka. Since he's come into the squad, the goals have flowed. Thoughts?
Well, statistically, you can't argue with that. Although I do get a little, some of the comments we were getting on the watch along were people just using the current good performances by Arsenal to bash Abba. I thought that's a little disrespectful. Don't forget what this guy's done for the club, man. He's fallen out of favour. You can argue with some justification as to whether he's been punished correctly or not. But come on, man, you know what I mean? Put some respect on the guy's name, because the first couple of seasons he was there, he was outstanding. I mean, I think I saw a stat the other day where 163 games, 90 odd goals, 20 odd assists. He's won Golden Boots, he's won FA Cup. He was the fastest striker in our history to get to 50 league goals. Are you just going to forget that now because of what's happened in the last year or so? Come on, man. You know what I mean? Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, I think Oba deserves respect for what he's done for the club. But at the same time, I'll also agree that his time is probably up. One thing I want to ask you, Laurie, is...
We don't know that yet, though, do we?
We don't know it. We don't know it for sure, 100%, because after the Everton game, who would have known this was coming since?
Exactly.
So, do you put any correlation down to Oba out of the squad and the performance is picking up? Do you see...
Not necessarily, and I'll tell you why. Because if you remember at the start of the season, we lost those first 3 games. And funny enough, we played Norwich, didn't we? After losing our first 3 games. And can you remember who was the person who scored the goal for us to win that game? A game that I might add, there was a lot of pressure going into that game because we was at home to Norwich. And if we'd have lost that game, you know what I mean? We might not be talking about Arteta right now.
We wouldn't be.
You know what I mean? And he was the guy that scored. We only won 1-0. Aubameyang scored. Oh, okay, it was a tap-in, but he was there to finish it. And it's ironic, man, that a couple of months later, all those guys that were cheering that goal and Aubameyang and all that, get out the club, you're not professional, this, that. So come on now, let's just...
And on Laka, year extension?
Yeah, I'd give him a year extension. Listen. Despite what I said about Aubameyang, I've always been Team Laka. I wanted them to play together. But listen, Lacazette is the man in possession now of the captaincy and the starting striker, and he's doing well. I didn't think he had his best game today, I have to say.
No, definitely not.
It wasn't really working. He missed a chance early, and for me, I don't know if that was on his mind, but he didn't look as sharp as he had done in previous games. Having said that, he won the penalty, he took it with aplomb, and so yeah.
Let's get into some of the reactions that have been sent in. Are they ready, yeah? Yeah, let's get into them now.
Tony from New York City. Super performance all round. All I can say is Martinelli is Alexis Pro Max. Alexis Pro Max. Good one, boys. Happy Boxing Day.
Hi, team. Yeah, that's a good one from Arsenal. But I want to say something before we say this is just Norwich. I want to cast our mind back to a week ago. This same Norwich drained Man United, but for David De Gea. So people should not just look at it as it's just Norwich. It's just that the Arsenal team, I bet you, the team is just gelling. But for Ben White, who maybe doesn't look as if he's very comfortable at the right fullback position, I think every other person put in a shift today. It was just a complete football and complete dominance.
Oh, it was such a good win. Big up everyone at AFTV. And 5-0. Saka running the whole defense. I was a bit afraid because our right side wasn't so solid today. I think Ben White lost the ball a lot. And I wish Tomiyasu to come back as soon as possible because we really, really need him. And I thought instead of holding, we could have played Tavares because he can play right back as well. So yeah, it was a bit sad that Maitland-Niles and Cedric are out. But yeah, good game. 2 goals from Saka. Odegaard assist after assist. Martinelli was a bit quiet today, but I think we got Tierney coming back again, scoring a goal. We got Laka getting back his penalty and assist from Pepe for Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe, 8 on 8, mate. My God, what a player. I think he's our next rising star, and we got a lot of rising stars. So yeah, cheers everyone. Merry Christmas. Big up.
Wow, what a performance by Arsenal. That was a totally dominant display. And we need to see more of this because we're a big team. And Arteta has to realize that although we have a lot of hard work and discipline, he's already instilled that. We need to show some dominance in each and every game. And we have the players. We have the players to go on and score 2-3 goals in every match because apart from Liverpool, Man City, and maybe Chelsea, there are not a lot of teams who are going to be dominating us. So this is a really positive result and we have to do more of this in each and every game. And another thing is that right now, if you look at Arsenal, we're not getting complacent. We are performing in each and every game. So we need more of this on a more consistent basis. They shouldn't take off the foot from the pedal and just carry on. And it's going to come. Top 4 is going to come.
Very good reactions there. Obviously, everyone in a happy spirit, and I don't blame anyone, to be honest. Dev here says Odegaard is so underrated by our fan base. Excellent character and work rate, and beauty on the ball. Jay says I still don't believe fans were losing it when we didn't outbid Villa for Buendia. Odegaard is a class above and younger. I'll hold my hands up to everyone that's about to say Turkish, you wanted Buendia. I did, because at that time Odegaard didn't seem like he was leaving Real Madrid. It looked like he was going back. But listen, it is what it is. We got Odegaard and we can only hope for the best. What do you make of our midfield so far this season? I've got the statistics up here. I say midfield, but I mean the young attack. Emil Smith-Rowe, and this is just Premier League, 8 goals, 2 assists. Saka, 5 goals, 4 assists. Odegaard, 4 goals, 3 assists. And Martinelli, 4 goals, 2 assists. I think that's about 21 goals and 11 assists between those 4 young players. Something
Very
we've been
impressive,
crying out for.
Very impressive. And you know what? You know what's so impressive about it is the fact that previously, when Aubameyang was on form and was scoring, the criticism that was levelled, and I'm going to include myself in that as well, is that we were not getting enough goals from midfield. it's ironic now that it's gone full circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the strikers are not as prolific, but the midfield are chipping in and scoring goals, which is great. So yeah, man, it's.
It always tends to be that one piece of the jigsaw missing when it comes to Arsenal. So I understand what you mean. But listen, the way I see it now is after this summer, a lot of the overhaul, the necessary overhaul was done. I feel like a marquee signing or two added on to those 6 that we brought in this summer gone would have given me the belief that top 4 is a viable option maybe. But it wasn't to be. But what this current crop are doing is making me see a future here where if we add 2, maybe 3 experienced marquee names in and around, maybe striker, centre mid, and maybe somewhere else in terms of a depth option, maybe backup goalkeeper with Leno's future uncertain.
Yeah.
Are we that far away from a squad capable of, let me not say challenging for the league, but capable of consistently being in the top 4 first and foremost?
Yeah, are you talking this current window coming up?
Well, this window and the summer window coming, the next 2 windows, and how big they could be for the future of Arsenal.
Yeah, certainly the summer window. I would say with the January transfer window, it's not often that you're going to get a top striker leave a club and come to you in January. For the obvious reasons. If you've got a hot striker at your club, especially if he's doing well, you're thinking to yourself, this guy can get us a Champions League spot or win us something.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, so halfway through the season, you are not going to want to let your top strikers go. So it's be very difficult for Arsenal to get a top striker unless it could be a situation whereby, similar to what Aubameyang's in now, where he's fallen out of favour with a club, and it might suit both parties to get him out.
Similar
but then
to how
even
he came here.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But that doesn't often happen, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't.
That doesn't often happen. So we can strengthen in January, but a striker, I'm not so sure if it's going to. I'd love that to happen, but it's unlikely.
Would that be if Arsenal were going to go out and sign one player in January, would you focus on striker or centre mid, or is there another area?
If we could get a striker, that's where I would focus the money on. Because I think midfield, man, we're looking good in midfield.
Yeah.
We've got all the bases covered.
Yeah, and it's not often that, listen, we're a young squad, they're all banging right now, but young players and young squads tend to fall off or tire towards the end of the season.
True.
We haven't got Europe, which is a big thing this season, but if you can bring in someone and potentially, get Laka scoring or get Oba back in the team, if that's a possibility, towards the latter end of the season, it might be very beneficial. Korsik says, I don't see Oba getting back into this team right now, but we need the man for if and when one of our front 4 drops in form. Let's respect what he's done. Fair enough.
Yeah, and absolutely. And listen, contractually, he's still an Arsenal player. He's got 18 months to go on his contract, very expensive contract. So, contractually, he's still an Arsenal player. And we would be silly not to use him if he's able to,
Return
mend his relationship with the manager and perform, be disciplined in training and all the rest of it and get back into the manager's thoughts. Would be silly not to call upon him, man. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't write him off yet at all, no.
January is big for not only for us but for Oba as well. Brian says, I have more confidence that Arsenal have turned the corner since we have good players like Pepe, Aubameyang and Ketcher and Tavares not playing and we are still winning. Well, there's a bit more depth to the squad, that's for sure. We talked about Tavares, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Cedric. Someone mentioned Ramsdale, Leno. You've got Saka, Pepe, Emil Smith-Rowe, Odegaard. It's coming into his own. There's still a few positions I feel like centre mid, definitely we lack depth. Striker, in terms of prolific goal scoring, we lack depth at the moment. But let's hope January and the summer we can fix those. We've got a few more clips to get through, people, so let's see what you're saying.
Hey, AFTV. So happy with the performance today. Kieran Tierney played great for me. So happy with the goal. He scored it at such an important time in the game. We needed that second goal going into halftime. I feel like Norwich were playing very aggressive. Xhaka should not have gotten a yellow card at all. The ref had an agenda on him. Very happy for Saka with the 2 goals. Hoping he would get his hat trick. What else do we expect from Smith-Rowe coming off the bench? Getting a goal makes me so happy. But I thought Thomas Partey had a good game in the midfield. Ben White impressed me at right back. So important how versatile he is to play center back, right back, something we missed last season. but I think the man of the match should go to Martin Odegaard. Such a class player, and yeah, really happy with the performance and a clean sheet. Big up everyone in the studio, and much love from the States. Come on, you Gunners.
Big up AFTV, big up Arsenal fans all around the world. This is Shelana Bang from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. A wonderful fun, a wonderful performance today. I'm a top 4. We are there. Boxing Day, boxing goals, boxing victory, everything, boxing. We are there for top 4. We are going to get there till the end of the league. Big up James, big up Ceci, big up Robbie, big up all of you guys in the studio. A wonderful job, guys. Let's go. Come on, you Gunners!
AFTV, great match today. Man of the match for me. Odegaard, and say something like about what Arteta will get out of 10. But to be honest, I don't think any manager right now in the world will get 10 out of 10, or maybe not 9 out of 10, but maybe 8 out of 10. So I think 6 or 5 years are fair enough.
Big up AFTV and all Arsenal fans. This is Karim from Russia. Another convincing win. Another good performance by Xhaka. Partey finally getting to his standard level. Odegaard creating and assisting goals. Martinelli playing on the highest level in the best league in the world. And Saka, of course, making the steps to become a legend at this club. The last time we faced Norwich, the players seemed lost and didn't know what to do with the ball and how to get forward, and now it's a completely different team. I mean, Arteta has done his job, and for me the biggest progress this season was after the Everton loss. I mean, it seems like Arteta does his best job under pressure, and we have to give him credit. 11 wins out of 19 games in the league is a good result. Good performances, and the manager has done well lately. I hope he keeps on going this way. And for all the grown-up men keep talking about Aubameyang, you have to make a choice. You're either an Aubameyang fan or an Arsenal fan. Aubameyang has done nothing good for this team since he signed that contract extension, and we've been doing great without him. And you have to always choose the best for Arsenal Football Club.
I know we ended on Oba there. I don't want to dwell on Oba too much because, listen, it's good times right now. We're winning. We're in top 4, and at the end of the day...
It is good. It is good times at this moment in time, but I'm with Laurie on this, I can't believe all the hate for him, I've just been on my WhatsApp group and people, really hating on him and all that, I think that he's done a fantastic job for Arsenal. He just hasn't been great for this season. But at this moment in time, we're not missing him. We're playing well, so that's it. That's how I see it. I don't see why we've got to hate on him because of it. He won the CFA Cup, and as Laurie said earlier on in the show, which I think is a good point. He did carry us towards getting us goals, and people seem to forget that, So I know football fans are fickle, and I'm one of them. So, but I don't really see why we should be really hating on him, but. Look, listen, we've won 5-1 today, and I don't think... 5-0, sorry. 5-0. So I always think Arsenal concede, see? But we've won 5-0. I don't really want to be talking about... Do we really need to be talking about Aubameyang? Why? Let's just talk about the positives at Arsenal at this moment in time.
Yeah, I agree with it. Lee, listen, in my interview, Robbie asked me a question. And I was kind of lost for words. What's changed? Because after the Everton game, me and you in particular, we was here, we was angry. We thought it was kind of back to square one in a sense. But ever since, our performances have picked up, the results have come with it, we sit top 4. What has changed?
I don't know.
If
you'd have said to me after that game, we're going to go and beat Southampton 3-0, I think the Southampton game was key. I'll tell you why I thought it was key, because it was a positive performance and result. I actually felt, and I've just said it on talking to my mates just now, I wasn't looking forward to going to that game. It was a chore. I was pleasantly surprised how well we played and how well we done it. But from then on, we've just put in good performances and got results as well. And from me, I can't answer that quick. If you'd have said to me that day, and I'll be honest, after that Everton game, if someone has come on me and said, we're going to go and we're going to beat Southampton 3-0, we're going to go and beat West Ham 2-0, we're going to go 4-1 against Leeds, we're going to go and beat Norwich, I would have had a go at you. I really would have had a go at you. I would have actually said that I thought we might have won and 1-0s and not been great.
Yeah, maybe a draw here. Or
a draw there. But what I don't know what's changed. It's a really good question. And the thing is, even when we had that 10-game unbeaten run, it wasn't convincing. There wasn't where I could turn around and go, yeah, I'm getting behind this team and getting behind that. But what I'm seeing now is a total different energy. And I'm going to say, if you want my answer to it, and I'll send it to Robbie, I think Martinelli coming into the team has been a big difference. I know people like having a go at me because he's my favourite and all that, but ultimately I honestly think that he's energised the team's performances with his, work rate, his industry, his directness. And, the first goal today comes from him chasing back and winning the ball. And then, class afterwards and that. So, and I think that Robbie made a very good point, or I think might be you or Robbie on the stream, that goal against Southampton when we took it from the goalkeeper and scored, that first goal. I think that goal was a big thing, and so going back to that Southampton game, that was a massive thing.
I asked Laura this, and it might be a response to that question Robbie posed. Do you think the project's gone bang? Remember when Arteta said earlier in the year, latter half of last season, this project will go bang eventually, and you'll all kind of realise what I'm doing. Do you feel like that now, or are we still a bit premature in that assessment?
Listen, we've played teams that we were expected to beat. Let's not go mad about it. Listen, I'm going to say it today. You know what I mean? I thought we would win today, 1 or 2-0. I thought it'd be a struggle. I'm pleasantly surprised by the way we've destroyed them. We've done that to Leeds. It is true what a couple of people in my group chat have been saying. Man United struggled against Norwich. Penalty. We've gone there and blasted them away. I watched Leeds give Chelsea a real run for their money 2 or 3 days before we did, blasting them away. So you've got to give credit where credit's due. So I'm a big believer of that. Has it gone bang? Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? If we come away from the game against Man City winning 2-3-0, I would definitely say that it's gone bang.
Definitely then. We've got a Super J saying centre mid or central defensive mid should be the priority this January window. We are 1 injury away from a crisis. Besides, Partey will be leaving for AFCON in January, on the January window.
Great point.
If Arsenal had to go out and get one position, would you go striker or central mid?
Long term, we need a striker. We know that. You know what I mean? We know that. Short term, I think midfield we need shoring up.
Yeah.
So, listen, why have we only got to get one? We're Arsenal Football Club. We need to improve in those 2 areas. If Aubameyang's not going to come back into the side, then we need to address the striking situation, and we need to address the midfield situation as it is. We've been fortunate today, Turkish, if I'll be honest, that we've played Norwich and we've been able to play a central defender at right back. You ain't going to get away with that against Man City and teams like that. But that's the by the by. That's for everybody at this moment in time struggling a little bit. But what we need is I think we're pretty much, if you look at the back, we've got cover in all areas in the defensive side of it and the goalkeepers. It's that midfield, central midfield. I think wide areas we're fine. Central midfield and central striker, we're a little bit light on. We're an Arsenal Football Club. Go out and do it. You know what I mean? And I can tell you this now: if the owners feel and they've got the ambition to get to top 4 and challenge, this is a bloody good opportunity to do it coming into January, aren't we? We're 4th in the league. We're in with a shout. Yeah. Go out and invest and make sure that we do get there instead of, like in the past, hoping. Make it happen. So there's going to be a bit of pressure on the owners to see if they can do that.
Does it feel like that? Like Arteta, first 19 games, 20 come Wolves and then 21 come Man City, that he's done the job for half a season. Is it over to you, Kroenke, for January?
Yeah, a little bit. I do think that because, listen, a manager is only as good as his players. All of a sudden, why are Arsenal improving? Is it because Mikel's got 100 times better? Not really. He's got a little bit more experience, but he's had experience
over the last year or so. The fact of the matter is that that Ben White is better than Mustafi. You know what I mean? Like Gabriel's better than Mertesacker or whoever was in Koscielny, whoever's ever in there. The left back situation is better than what we've ever had. Tommy Hasu. Look, Ben White has been an upgrade on Bellerin at this moment in time. You know what I mean? Like proper, you know.
Best right back since Sanya, Tommy Hasu. I'd go as far as to say that.
Yeah, I would say that. Sanya was a very good player, by the way, you know. So, yeah, you know, listen, so we've improved in areas there. Thomas Partey, we've been crying out for a player like that and a performance like that today. I know it's only against Norwich, but that today is the sort of performance that we've been crying out since Arsene Wenger's been here. So he has got the players in a lot. I think he's got a lot better players than the two previous managers. I'm going to say that. I think that he has. I think Wenger, you know, didn't have the players that he's got now, and certainly Emery didn't. You know, and the first year and a half of Arteta, he had players that, you know, come on, look at Messi. I just funny enough, I was just watching on TV just now. Firmino just running through our defence at Anfield. Did you see it? Did you see the defending and all that? Do you think they'd do that now?
Dropping like flies.
Like that. Do you think they'd do that now? No. So there's an improvement. That's nothing to do with the manager. That's to do with because we've got better players. You know what I mean? So knife through butter, wasn't it? But we haven't got that now. You know, Gabriel, by the way, solid again today. Solid performances. Goes under the radar. Solid. So we just got to keep that going.
We are going to get some more clips up, but Aston Villa have taken the lead against Chelsea.
Aston Villa. Go on the Villa.
Come on, Gerard, get the job done. Let's get into some more clips.
Hey AFTV and all Arsenal fans. I'm Jahan from Malaysia. I just got to say, I love AFTV and I love today's performance by Arsenal. What a performance from minute 5 till 91. We kept scoring. It was so fun to watch this. I mean, we always have good, memorable performances against Norwich, of course. But yeah, I mean, Ben White today played amazing, even at right back. I think he was really good. Yeah, and really enjoyed the match. And hopefully everyone else did as well. Big up AFTV. Never stop watching you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you do. And love to all Arsenal fans. Peace.
What's up AFTV, this is Anand from San Francisco. Just witnessed an amazing performance by Arsenal against Norwich. 5-0 with some absolutely beautiful goals. My favourite of the lot was Kieran Tierney's goal because I've been looking forward to seeing that kind of goal from him for ages. A beautiful through ball by Odegaard, which nicely brings me to my man of the match, which was Martin Odegaard. I think he was closely followed by Saka, but just creating the game from midfield is something we haven't seen at Arsenal for such a long time, and it was absolutely wonderful to see that. Really looking forward to the Wolves game. I think our midfield really needs to step up. I am slightly concerned that we still have Tomiyasu missing, and I was not fully convinced by Ben White playing at right back, but nevertheless, looking forward to the game, looking forward to the season. So happy that West Ham lost as well, so we can cement our place in the top 4. And yeah, come on you Gunners.
Hello guys, hello every Ghana from all over the world. This is your boy Henry speaking live from Ghana, West Africa. And today I was thrilled. I loved every bit of play from the first half to the second half. And for me, my man of the match would be Bukayo Saka. He was just too dangerous, too good for them, too good. So, my man, Bukayo Saka.
What's going on, AFTV? That was a big one, you know. 5 win. Bukayo Saka, star boy, little hot chili. He is absolutely relentless. Man was actually jumping up and down in my bed when that game was going on. No, it was a very, very good game. From the off, we was on it. And then I think, what time did we score? Like 6 minutes in? Scored like 6 minutes in, Saka straight away. And we just continued as is, basically. I think in the first half, after we did get the first goal, we were still controlling the game, but we didn't really push forward. But Norwich weren't really creating any problems, and we got the goal just before half time with Tierney. Lovely place finish, brilliant goal, another brilliant goal. Second half, we went again, and another brilliant goal from Saka. Oh my, yeah, he is doing his thing, and he genuinely deserves everything he's getting. And I hope he starts again against Wolves. He came off, so he's got a breather. Him and Martinelli got breathers. So hopefully they can start against Wolves and we can end this year on a high, then start it on a high against Man City. I don't see... No, let's not be afraid. Pardon me, sorry. Let's not be afraid. Let's not be afraid of City, because we can play football. We can play football. And I believe in this team. It's been a long time now. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's because of the situation with COVID and this, that and the other, but it's been these last few games and these performances throughout the season have been much more like, you know what, we can actually do this, and we're going to start fighting more and more now. The togetherness in the team is solid. So, yeah, big up the man them. Big up Arteta. Roll on Wolves. Peace.
Big up the man them.
Big up the man them. Hey, that guy from Ghana looked just like Pepe.
Yeah, I see that in the comments.
Man.
I see bare man saying
man,
Pepe.
He looked like Pepe, man. Big up yourself, the guy from Ghana, man. I love that guy. You know what I mean? He spoke a lot of sense as well. And you know what? It's so great to hear from so many of them fans, man. Absolutely buzzing, like I am right now. This made my Christmas, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
5-0.
I always remember Turkish, yeah. How many years, I think, was it
3 or 4? Was it 2018?
Do you remember that game?
Yeah.
We went away to Wolves, no, to Southampton. And if I remember rightly, I'm sure we was in the top 4. I'm sure we was on a bit of a high. And people was talking about, you know, if we do such and such, top 4 and that. And we went there, we got beaten 4-0. I never forget it, man. It ruined my Christmas, ruined. But you know what? Today, Christmas is complete. I had a beautiful day yesterday with the family. And then today, a perfect performance. 5-0 away from home. Fantastic. Really played well.
Yeah, I mean, Saka's getting a lot of plaudits. Odegaard's getting a lot of plaudits. But I think you mentioned it in your interview. It's more like a team. And the last guy mentioned it there, that it's more like a team now. Do you get that feeling?
More like a team. And I said it in my interview, that one of the things I want to see is some of the senior players stepping up. And I think you saw that today, you know what I mean? They're the ones who set the foundation, you know what I mean? Thomas Partey, solid today, just kept it ticking, moving, played really well. Xhaka did all right. Lacazette, Holding, the leadership group.
Yeah, imagine.
The leadership group was there today, you know what I mean? So, and if they set the foundations and they say to the young guys, right, you know, we got this, go and do your thing. You know, Kieran Tierney as well, played really well today. I thought in that first half in particular, was one of the better players in the team, you know. So, really impressed with that performance. Really enthused by it. But we don't get too carried away when you're an Arsenal fan, because, you know, but that's a few on the bounce now. It's the performances, you know. Wins are wins, and you want to win as many games as possible. But when you see good performances, with nice football, ball's been popped around, it's been moved quickly, you go away from home, you've got no fear. You know, you're saying to yourself, we're playing Norwich today, we're supposed to win this. We're Arsenal.
Yeah.
And we're going to go there and we are going to impose our game. I think most 65% of the possession Arsenal. Yeah. That's what I want to see from this team. So, really, really good performances. There'll be tougher games to come, but cannot complain about today.
Yeah, there are tougher games to come. Wolves is definitely going to be a tougher test. You see how they performed against the bigger sides recently. Better sides than us in terms of... Who was it? Man City 1-0 with 10 men. It was Liverpool, was it 1-0? Was that Chelsea 1-0?
Hard team to break down, Wolves, and we know that they've done over the years. They catch you on the counter-attack. They've got Traore and guys like that. You know, they're a good team. Very, very good team. But listen, the way we're playing at home. You know, it's another test. It's a bit like when we played West Ham. I feel that if we impose our game on Wolves, we can beat them. I was very worried about the fact that there's the short turnaround time. If you win 5-0 in a game, you're no longer, that adrenaline, you're not that tired no more. You're like, next game, if you lose 5-0, you're like, well, I'm knackered. You know what I mean? But if you win 5-0, you're not tired again. You know what I mean? It's that...
Got a spring in your step.
You've got a spring in your step. Psychologically, in your mind, you're like, bring on that next game. Bring it on.
Yeah.
And I think that's a game that really we need to try and win.
100%.
Then we go into the Man City game. We know we've had a horrible record over the years, home and away against them. what can we do in that? But first of all, let's get the Wolves game done and dusted, and try and get a win in that, and we're at home. I think the fans are going to be turning out and they'll be really enthusiastic, that we can get a win because we've liked the performances, what we've been seeing from this team.
Yeah, you're right. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We still got to take it game by game. Wolves are next. Kelechi says, imagine celebrating being in fourth when United and Spurs will go above you if they win all their games in hand. Kelechi, I don't see no one celebrating being fourth, my guy. What have you been seeing? Have you seen people celebrating?
We're not celebrating with being fourth, but obviously, Kelechi, you were probably one of the people who were saying at the start of the season we're going to get relegated or we're going to finish 10th. So to see us in fourth place, I bet you're shocked. Admit it, you're shocked to see Arsenal in fourth place. Let's be real. At the start of the season, when you looked at Manchester United's team, you're like, they should be challenging for the league. Let alone fourth place, the league, right? So to be above those teams, to be above them, to be above Tottenham, I'm happy. I know that if Tottenham win all their games in hand, I think they'd be a point or 2 points above us.
They'll be 3 points above if they win their games
They'll
in hand.
be above
but
us.
I guarantee you now, Tottenham are not beating Burnley away, Brighton away and Leicester away. They're not getting 9 points from 3 away. They're not doing it.
They've got to win those games. Man United, I think if they win all their games in hand, they're just below us, or maybe a point in front of us.
They're a point above.
A point above us. But I would rather have the position right now and have the points in the bag right now, right? And if should we not be happy that we're in fourth place at the moment after the start of the season we had? So nobody's celebrating it, but we're enjoying the fact that we're in that position. And now that we're in that position, we want to stay in that position. Can we stay in that position? That is the challenge to Arsenal. But at the moment in time, we're in that position. We're breathing down the neck of Chelsea. At the moment, they're losing 1-0.
1-1.
As a 1-1. All right, forget that. I was about to say, though, it may not finish up that way, right? But, weeks ago, we were nowhere near this. So, listen, you can't be
People just want to see us in pain. That's what it is. They love seeing men in pain.
Give us that moment, man.
I lie. It's not even that big a moment. It's halfway through the season. I want to be there come end of the season.
Exactly.
But big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Jay here says, God bless VAR for not checking Saka's stamp on Williams. Jay, I didn't see it. On that note,
I'm sorry. Me and my brother's arguing about that. That was not a stamp on Williams, right? That was an accidental. Yes, he touched him, but that was an accidental. If they sent him off for that, then, literally they'll be sending off players every week. Wasn't a stamp is different to an accident. So
I knew it. I was gonna call it out, but I knew it, because there's only a certain set of fans that will be sour like Kelechi was earlier. So he's replied again saying, Ole tax is why we're not fighting for the league. I knew he was a United fan. He said, don't worry, Rolex, Ralph Ragnick is at the wheel.
We don't get too carried away about that. We're not getting carried away. And, let's wait and see what Ralph Ragnick's going to do. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
He's just come in. It's a fight for that top four. Tottenham are in that fight. Man United are in that fight. Wolves are in that fight. We're in that fight. It's still early. There's still many twists and turns to it. But at the moment, we've got the position. And it gives Arsenal a lot of confidence because the team at the moment can say to themselves, we could finish the season in fourth.
Yeah.
Let's really fight for this. We've got something to hold on to. And I think that's a great thing. And this Arsenal team is playing well at the moment. The only team I target recently that I say was poor was the one when we played against Everton.
Yeah. I mean, you said it right there. We've got something to hold on to, and it's refreshing being in a position of something to hold on to rather than something to chase. Because far too often we've had something to chase.
I would rather Turkish be in the fourth position. Like Chelsea are in third. I bet they'd rather be in third than City are in top at the league. They'd rather be top than games in hand, right? So. Because you still got to win those games in hand. And it's the Premier League. We know what this league's like.
Points
and if you got to go and play a load of those games midweek and back to back, because Tottenham have got a bit of a fixture pile up now. So,
Yeah, come, let's get some more clips in from fans across the world.
Hey AFTV, this is Dave from Malaysia. A very, very convincing 5-0 win today. Brilliant performances all around. Odegaard was absolutely fantastic pulling the strings in midfield. Saka with 2 brilliant finishes as well. Martinelli, although he did not score, gave Max Aarons a hell of a time, and Ben White at right back looked brilliant as well today. Holding coming in had a decent game. It was a pleasant sight to see Xhaka playing much more front compared to his usual game. As we know, he's pretty defensive. So overall, a fantastic performance. I know it's only Norwich, but we can only beat what is put in front of us. Gutted to hear about Tomiyasu testing positive. I hope he recovers soon. We really need him, as he's been one of our best players this season. We've got 2 tough games coming up, Wolves and Manchester City. I know the Manchester City is the big one, but I wouldn't overlook the Wolves one, because Wolves did draw with Chelsea recently, and they did give Liverpool and Manchester City a tough game, losing both by only a 1-goal deficit. So I think that will be a very tough game on Tuesday. With our turnover time for resting, it's only 2 days, and of course Wolves are fully rested. So we move forward. Overall, a brilliant night, and let's hope we can win the next 2 games at home. Cheers.
What's up, guys? Javi from the US here. Hope everyone over at AFTV had an awesome Christmas, and yeah, it seems like we all enjoyed that game today, huh? It's 4 games in a row where the Arsenal have put in really good performances and also walked away with 3 points, and that's exciting to see, because I think we're finally seeing things click in terms of what we want Arteta's style of play to be. But, you know, I am a bit worried about these upcoming fixtures now. Wolves in less than 48 hours, they're well rested. We got a couple of COVID cases, then we got Man City, then Liverpool 3-4 days right after that. And I do believe that we sort of need to make sure we take care of that tie in the first leg, because going away to Anfield, even if they play with kids, is a tough ask, and I think we have a really big opportunity to make it a cup final. So how Arteta rotates the squad and how the squad players come in, like Rob Holding did today, is going to be key. So we'll see. Hopefully we can make sure we get the job done in these upcoming games, and maybe in January we can bring in some reinforcements and help in our push towards the top 4. That would be great.
Yes, good evening, guys. This is Felix Moses, all the way from Kenya, and I want to say I'm very happy. I'm just, I don't know what to say, but I want to say thank you guys for always making us better. Thank you, Arsenal. Thank you, our young lads. You guys are doing us great. All the way from Kenya, mob love. We say it, habari zenyu. Yani, that means, how are you? So, Arsenal, Gunners forever.
Well done, Arsenal. Fantastic win. 5-0 away. Great performances, I thought, from Kieran Tierney, Saka, man of the match probably. Odegaard, tremendous. Partey had a good game. Martinelli. So, well done. Fantastic. Shame the Spuds won as well. The old bottle jobs up the road, but come on, the Arsenal.
They're always bottle jobs up the road, mate.
Always
don't worry
jobs
about
up the road.
them.
Love his passion, though. He love his passion, and he's right about all them players who did well. And yeah, man, you know, it's the feel-good factors here at the moment. We just got to keep it going. I know that fan was talking about the guy from America was saying about you know, Wolves, the turnaround time. That is a factor. You don't want to be coming up against Traore if you're tired.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
for sure.
Yeah. But I just feel that when you've just gone away and you've won 5-0, you're at home as well. I think that's significant. I think if it was like we had to go away to Wolves, it comes into play a bit more. I'm not sure it's going to be such a factor as it had been, you know, before. Of course, all depending on the COVID cases and stuff like that. That obviously is a factor. We've seen a couple of players go down today. Tomiyasu, I mean, literally all the right backs.
All the right backs, yeah.
All the right backs went down today with COVID. So, like you said, I don't know how long they're going to be out for, but
we hope Man City game we see a return for one of them.
Yeah, because you know what, Ben White, he did make a couple of mistakes at right back today. There was that mistake he made when he passed the ball and kind of Holding got him out of jail with that. So, could do with one. I mean, for the City game, we need Tomiyasu back.
100%, because it's Sterling, Grealish,
you know, they do most of their football from out wide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, your players out wide are stretched. So, we could do with Tomiyasu being back for that game. But I think Arsenal have managed the COVID situation quite well. And, you know, listen, remember, start of the season when Arsenal had all these COVID cases, nobody cared, did they?
No, no one
Nobody
did.
spoke about cancelling games. Nobody, you know, it wasn't a factor.
Yep.
So we just got to get on and do our thing.
And I think when you look at it, look, there's 2 sides to the argument. You'd have some fans saying that if we was a team with an 8-day break, Is it a concern that there's a lack of maybe match fitness there, or is there a lack of, that competitive edge when you haven't played football for so long? So
True,
we've got a spring in our step. Wolves have to come to our ground whilst we're in form and try and take something from us. So
they've got to start from scratch because they've not really had any football over the Christmas period. Because remembering as well, we also had the game against Sunderland, even though a lot of players were rested. But even our backup players have had a lot of, they've had a full, Eddie Nketiah had 90 minutes, scored a hat-trick. Pepe had 90 minutes, played well. El Neni.
Another one, yeah.
Who came in today, looked good when he came in, solid. You can tell sometimes when the players have minutes. Good minutes under their belt, you know what I mean?
Look how Martinelli's growing with every game.
Yeah. I don't think Martinelli will be tired.
Nah.
And so I feel that it's not going to be as big a factor, you know?
We've got another set of clips, people. Love for sending all your clips in. We really do appreciate them. So let's see what the next set are saying.
Arsenal! Guys, my name is Abu. I'm coming from New Jersey, USA. Man, today is like, I'm buzzing right now. I'm really buzzing. Like I thought I was watching a video game. Like, who was moving the ball? I'm like, am I playing FIFA? Like, what? These players are moving like it's like a chess. Like, over there, moving like that. I'm like, what? Arsenal, like, I didn't know we can play like this. What? But I want to see this. When we go to Man City, guys, I want to see something like this. But I'm buzzing. What? My man of the match goes to Gabriel Martinelli. Man, this brother is like, his energy is crazy. Like, he just like pressing around. I'm right in your face. Oh, the good. Are we in the Viking wall? Oh, the God. This guy's like clean cut. Mesut Ozil 2.0. Take this, give it back. Take this, give it back. Take this, give it back. Bakayo Saka. This brother got this African gene in him. Man, the future is bright, guys. Listen, right now, I just want to enjoy my Boxing Day. Shout out to the AFTV crew. Merry Christmas, guys. Enjoy the win. Let's enjoy the win. We're going to talk about Man City, whatever game today. My Christmas is exciting. Peace out.
What's up, AFTV? It's Boston Jules here, coming to you live on Boxing Day. Where do I begin? It's one of those performances. It's unbelievable. You look at every position, top class everywhere, goals from all over the pitch. But first, let's start by talking about Bukayo Saka. Okay, what do you know about this man? He's got it all. He's got goals. He's got passing. He can dribble a man one-on-one. All he needs is add that lethal little finish in his game, and then he's top class, and he's showing that. And if he can hit form like we've been hoping all season, he's going to do it. All right, next up, I got to talk about Martin Odegaard. What a player we have. What a player. From Real Madrid, he's trained with the best, and he's here now, and he's got a case to prove in the Premier League. He is the man. He was pulling all the strings in that first half. 2 assists and could have had a third if the donkey Pepe had been able to finish. But, that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to be negative today. And then finally, we got to talk about the manager, Mikel Arteta. This guy, he says, I don't want fourth. None of that business. He says, we're making our case for third. We can catch Chelsea, okay? AFTV, we're coming hot on the heels. And, it takes a little bit of the pressure off the Manchester City game now that we got this win against Norwich. So I'm very pleased. We're all excited. Happy Boxing Day, whatever the hell that is. And, see you on Tuesday against Wolves.
Hello, AFTV. My name is Onyedekat Steven, and I'm from Nigeria, West Africa. And I must say that I'm not carried away by this win at all. I'm not at all carried away by this win. But the most important match for us comes when we play Man City at January, and which is the most important game for us. Secondly, the most important thing for us as at now is that Arteta should keep our players safe. Above everything else, whether they're in form or not, should keep our players safe. Thank you.
Yo, shout out to Saka. 2 big goals from the young attacker. Shout out to Xhaka taking touches with his backer. I can't forget about Laka. East Coast villain. Norwich nerve wracker. Big up Odegaard, you already know he's hard. Gave him a hard day, doing it with Partey. Always love when Martinelli's on the telly. Kept a clean sheet too, big up Ramsdale. White and Gabriel holding it down. Sick goal from Tierney, done him like a clown. And when I saw his name, I was like, bro, you already know it's a goal from Smith Rowe. Jeez, let's go. Come on, you Gunners.
Hey, rap!
Trust me.
What was that? Randonelli?
It's mad. A wide variety of reactions there.
Hey, I love that, man. You already know you're going to get a goal from Smith Rowe. Hey, yo, big up that rap. Hey, I love that rap, man. Yeah. That's made my day. I love that. I love that,
man. Calm as well. No introduction. You just went in with it, just straight.
Yeah. Hey, man. I love that rap, bro.
Big up you yourself. Guys. The first guy, lots of energy. The second guy, American James. Big up you as well over there.
The American James. Yeah, he did look like. And then the other guy was a bit serious.
I thought it was Turkish in disguise, that other guy.
Said,
we ain't getting carried away.
He said, Arteta, keep the players safe. I'm like, they're all going to go around Arteta's house tonight. And they're all going to sleep there so no one gets COVID, you know what I mean?
In the attic.
We sealed them in.
We got a super chat from Karim saying, Russian Guna here, just to clear things up, no hate towards Oba. He's not a legend at Arsenal. The team finally has an identity and character. I asked this to Lee and Rory. Putting aside the credit in the bank with Oba, do you think it's just a coincidence that whilst Oba kind of comes out the team, our performances pick up, or?
It's a hard one to say, isn't it? Because I saw Ben White talking the other day. He said he loves Oba, you know, and I think this thing could be. Listen, Martinelli coming in has been brilliant.
Massive.
He has brought, excuse me, he's brought a freshness to Arsenal. We've all wanted to see him playing for a long time, and Aubameyang was badly off form. So I don't know. It's a hard one to say. I personally would like to see Aubameyang back in the squad.
Yeah,
he has to earn his way back into the team. But I still look at it and say we've got a long season ahead of us.
That's what
got a long season. Got a long season.
Comes back in.
Yeah. Imagine if we get the guy back and he's driven. You know, we gave a second chance to Granit Xhaka.
Yeah.
And we've seen improvements from him. I want to see Aubameyang get his head down, get himself back into the team. Because I do feel we're going to need Aubameyang if we're going to get into the top four. Or if it's not Aubameyang, we need a striker. We need a clinical striker. We saw today, even Lacazette, as well as he played, there was a chance he had in the first half ahead. He should really have buried that. And we see that as well from Aubameyang early on this season, missing quite easy chances. So it was a player that was badly off form, but I don't want to
bash him.
I don't want to bash him. I don't want to bash him. I don't think you can look on it and say, oh, since he's come out, that was the reason why we were playing badly. That wasn't the reason why we was playing badly. And actually, we weren't overall playing badly because part of that great run that we was on earlier on in the season, he was playing.
Yeah.
You know, and I never heard no one then saying that. But, you know, we are definitely playing better now. I think Martinelli has been a big part of that because he scored goals, and it's not just that, it's his enthusiasm and energy and directness has been brilliant. Yeah. Saka's been playing brilliant as well. But I do feel let's try and get this guy back into the squad because we're going to need him from now to the end. It's a long season to go. There can be injuries, there can be COVID, there can be all kind of factors that come into play, and we're going to need all our squad. Look at today, no right backs, none, not one. Ben White having to step in and do a job in that position, you know. Rob Holding having to step in for Ben White. That's been like our established pairing of Holding and Gabriel. You know, Ben White and Gabriel. Holding's had to step in today and he's done a good job. We may need Pablo Mari.
Maybe.
We may need, you know, El Neni. You know, so it's a squad to get. I feel with Arsenal to get any chance of getting into the top four, the whole squad is going to have to perform, and Aubameyang's part of that squad.
Yeah, and on that squad, there's a little update from Fabrizio Romano. 37 minutes ago, he said Roma are in advanced talks to sign Maitland-Niles on loan with the buy option from Arsenal, as confirmed by Damasio. Negotiations ongoing, talks opened a few days ago.
Yeah.
I think Ainsley Maitland-Niles wants to go as well. He said it in the summer. He hasn't had much game time.
He hasn't had much game time. When he's come in, he's actually done all right, which again.
Yeah.
But I feel let him go and play football, man. This guy, you know, he's getting older now. He's a quality player. He can play at the highest level. If you remember rightly, he got into the England team.
He did, yeah.
He burst into the England team, played for Arsenal, and he just stopped getting games.
Just about 15
If you're not going to get
ago.
the game time, but I think if he does go out, we need to bring in then a midfield player. I think that Arsenal will bring in a midfield player if he goes. I would like to see Renato Sanchez.
Yeah.
I really would. I think if you've got Renato Sanchez, even with, you know, he's had a bit of a dodgy injury record, but if you've got Renato Sanchez, Thomas Partey, Sambi Lokonga, Xhaka, El Neni, that's, you know, because we want to get into this top four. If we've got a chance, what I don't want Arsenal to do with this transfer window is waste it. We've seen it over the years when Arsene Wenger was in charge, how many times where we were knocking on the door and I'll be walking down to the Emirates and everyone's like, you know what, Rob, all we need to do now, let's just sign a centre back and we'll be all right. And we didn't do it.
Never.
And then we drop out of it. So
by the time you sign a centre back, you need a striker. By the time you sign a striker, it's a midfielder. Too slow.
We need a striker as well. But can we get that super clinical, top class striker that we need in January?
Probably not, unless we actually do something that Arsenal haven't done, and that's pay way over the odds.
We'd have to pay way over the odds for someone like a Vlahovic.
Yeah.
Go mad and just gamble on that. Or do you say to yourself, right, do you look out there and try and find an experience sort of, you know like what Man United did when they brought in Cavani?
Cavani, yeah.
Could Arsenal find somebody like that type of player? I can't think who that is, but a striker like that you could bring in on loan till the end of the season.
More short-term option.
A short-term option gets us through to the summer. Because seriously, that striker position to me is so important to get right. It has to be a top quality striker.
Yeah.
And for that, you're going to have to pay some serious money for. And I'm not sure if you're going to get that striker in January.
It's rare. I know we got Oba in January, but that was due to circumstances.
Circumstances, weren't it? With Vlahovic, I don't think them circumstances are really there. I know they don't want to sell him.
Yeah.
The mayor of Florence come out the other day telling him to stay, let alone their fans, right? They don't want to sell him they know they're going to lose him, but I don't think they want to sell him till the end of the season because they know they'll get way more money for him.
Yeah.
Unless a mad bid comes in January.
Hear that, Arsenal? Mad bid
So
time
mad
in
bid
January.
in January. If not, I can't think who. Maybe these guys out there might be thinking more about. I think if you could get, as I said, an experienced striker who might have 10 goals in him.
Yeah.
From now to, you know, even 8 goals in him from now till the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what you think. Can you think of anyone?
It's hard to, when you say Cavani, it's hard to pin down someone out there now with that level of experience and that level of, you know, leadership and character. But
Luis Suarez on loan from now till the end of the season. I heard the other day he had an argument.
I don't like Suarez as a person.
I don't really like Suarez as a person.
Yeah,
but you know what I mean? I'm talking about somebody of that ilk who's experienced, who could just come in and do a job for you on loan from now till the end of the season.
6
and then
months.
you get that guy that you really, really want. That player, because the way that Arsenal have been buying players, they're looking at their long-term investments.
Yeah.
So there's no point in going and signing some striker that's not what you really want.
Someone saying
Jovic,
Diego
maybe.
Costa. Icardi.
No, Diego Costa's, I think he's over in Brazil now, isn't he? I think he just won the league in Brazil. But he's over in Brazil playing, so he's signed. Icardi.
Yeah, that's someone, a few people mentioned him.
Mind you, if you think about talking about Aubameyang and problems, bringing in Icardi with all the off-field stuff and his wife and stuff like that, I'm not too sure.
It sounds too political.
I'm not too sure if Arteta would be on that one, but you know, somebody like that who's going to score you goals.
Or come and surprise us, Arsenal, and get an Isak or a Vlahovic, or Sevilla have a striker. I forgot his name.
Yeah. The
small, clinical kind of.
I know you're talking.
I'll take him.
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
It slipped me. Yeah.
Let me know in the comments, people. But we are going to wrap it up now. We are an hour in, so I appreciate every single one of you guys that sent your video reactions in. Apologies if you didn't get to air it this time, but there's another chance after the Wolves game on Tuesday.
Scoring
so
that Chelsea game, brother.
1-1. It was half time last I checked, but half time still. Yeah, 1-1.
Half time.
Come on,
Come on, Villa.
Get the job done. Get the job done. Any last
Come
thoughts?
on, Emi Martinez, man. Come on. Don't let no more goals in. You know what I mean?
That guy's been.
No, last thoughts is, you know, I mean, I'm very happy. It's Christmas. You know, Arsenal just giving all the Arsenal fans a lovely Christmas present. You know, on Boxing Day. Let's go now. Wednesday. You know, put that behind us now. The fact that we won that game. Let's go and be a professional. Do a professional job and beat Wolves, and then that sets it up nicely for that game up against Manchester City, which is going to be really, really tough. But if you go into that game with confidence and you're at home, who knows?
Yeah, and the name is El Nesri.
That's it. El Nesri.
And even Osimhen, the striker, I think he's at Napoli. I forgot about him too. Listen, there is options out there.
Yeah, he'd be very expensive. All of these players as well, you're talking 50 million plus
minimum.
So that's what I mean. Are Arsenal going to do that in January?
Probably not, unless it's the right man.
You know the problem in January sometimes, you might even have the 50 million, but Napoli, I think they're top of the league in Italy. Are they going to let Osimhen go? No chance. You know, do you want to let your star, you know, Fiorentina, do you want to let your star man go halfway through the season?
Yeah.
When you know you can still get the same money for him come the summer. That is the difficulty of signing a top quality player in January. So
let's see what we do, people. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Who should we go for January? Striker, midfielder? If so, who are you going for? We've got a few names there, but let us know in the comments. A super chat has just flown in. I still think Ivan Toney could be that forward. Young, physical, and a natural finisher, even though he's upset the Don.
No, I like Ivan Toney. I didn't like what I didn't like them. No, you know that time we sort of dissing.
Oh yeah, in that interview.
Look where they are now, where we are. You know what I mean? And that's what I was saying at the time. Yeah, bro, just get your head down, play your football. He's a quality player. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I'd want even better than him. But don't get me wrong, he can play at the higher level. Yeah. He's very good. And he has a lot of leadership qualities as well.
I'll take him as an option, definitely.
Yeah.
C maybe, you know.
Yeah, I think when I look at Ivan Toney, I think Ivan Toney and other strikers and in and amongst a group of strikers.
Yeah, same.
You know, you've kind of got those sort of players, or you've got another player that like, yeah, that's our guy.
Yeah.
Your standout guy, you know what I mean? So Vlahovic would be my number one option. He's young, he's going to get better, he's going to be one of the top strikers in European football. I'd love to see him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with Rob. I want to see Vlahovic in January, but let's hope Arsenal do some business. Ainsley Maitland-Niles seems like he's on the way out, which might mean there's a space for a midfielder coming in. Let's hope so. 5-0, people. Perfect end to the Christmas weekend. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there that celebrates. Enjoy the rest of the week and the new year coming. Obviously, we're back on Tuesday, Wolves. Match day live, starting 11, full-time reaction, all of that. Midday kickoff.
12:30.
Yeah, midday kickoffs. Tuesday and Saturday.
And Saturday as well.
So make sure you tune in early, people, because we're going to be live from very early. Love for the love. As always, hit the like button on your way out. Peace.